the last of its kind, the search for the great auk, and the discovery of extinction. The discovery of extinction is an interesting phrase. What they mean is the idea of extinction existed. I mean, Darwin and others had talked about how creatures used to live and don't live anymore. Although even the term extinction was up for grabs, there were different people calling it different things. But the idea that humans in a modern time, relatively modern time, because this was the 1800s, could be the cause of this kind of extinction was kind of new. And whether it was important or not was kind of new. Okay, well, animals die, whatever. They kind of waved it away. And it was really according to this book, which I have not read, but that I've read about and have started reading, the idea is that it really began here with the great auk. The idea that, hey, this could actually be important, and humans are actually doing this, and this is something to pay attention to. So it was written by someone whose name I'm going to give a try to. I have no idea what these accents, how they work, and I believe he's Icelandic. So I'm going to go with Gisli Pálsson and just read it just as I would read it. It was written in Icelandic and then translated, so let's talk about that. First of all, this is what the dust jacket looks like. There's our man. And it's just basically your typical hardback. It's not special, although the binding is a bit tactile. It's sort of a little bit more tough than just paper. Oh, that's sad. That's sad to see. This was a gift for me. It was on a list of books that I wanted. And they picked this one out. I don't know why the translator is not listed. Let's see, maybe it's listed in here somewhere. Translated in English by Anna Yates. Although it was reorganized, heavily expanded, and updated from the Icelandic edition. Well, that's cool. I think of translation as being really important, and I would like to see the translator on the front page here, not buried in very, very small print in the copyright page. But that's me. Okay, so it's bound. It's just glued, a glued binding, which, fair enough. Nice bright pages, decent margins, and then they have a section in the middle with illustrations. So it sort of covers there these scientists who go to Iceland to look at the great auk and study it, and by the time they get there, it's gone. And previous to this, when naturalists or whatever couldn't find a creature, they just sort of assumed the creature was hiding, that the creature just wasn't, there at that time. Maybe they'd gone off somewhere else. And it was with the great auk that they started suspecting, wait a minute, I think they might be all gone. They might just be dead. And then, of course, there's the debate about, well, how did they die? Was it environmental factors? Was it humans? And in some ways, this cannot be 100% determined, but the latest scholarship at least says, look, the hunting was enough. They hunted the auk for meat, for oil, for feathers, and that amount of hunting could account, it was enough. It was enough to account for the extinction. We don't need to find another reason. So as you can see, there's a reasonable amount of illustrations throughout to keep it going. I haven't gotten this far in the book yet. And I'm looking forward to reading the rest of it. So that is The Last of Its Kind, The Search for the Great Auk and the Discovery of Extinction. It's not just about the great auk or the search for it, but about how humans sort of shifted their idea about what it meant when there were no more animals. Even just the terminology extinction, and then how important that was, and whether humans could be the agent that caused it. By, I think, Gisli Paulsen.